I just received a phone call, friends. You know what that means, boys? More editing for me. Aw, yeah. Anyway, I think it was a weird phrase, but I stay quiet as I think she'll beat me up if I make fun of her now. Sure, you can't be getting your ass beat by females, man. Unless you're into that. But right now, you see, I am Miyashiro right now. I'm Gilgamesh in retrospect, but since I'm playing this game right now, I am the MC. So if I'm Shiro, man, I ain't getting my ass beat by no female, man. Come on, man. Don't get beat up. To put it bluntly, you've been chosen as a master. You have a holy sign on your hands, right? On your hand or on your arm. There are personal differences, but there should be 3 command spells engraved. That is the sign of a master. Master! In my hand, oh, this. Yes, that is also a spell that rules the servant, so take care of it. It's a command spell, and you can retain control over your servant as long as you have it. Don't worry, you have 3, but I only have 1. Let's not talk about that. What do you mean as long as I have it? So use them shits wisely. He's gonna ask, does that mean I have to kill you now? Okay. Hold on. I don't understand what Tosaka is talking about at all. Like the part about masters killing other masters. Yeah, that part seemed pretty suspicious. And the part where the winner gets a holy grail? Wait, does that mean does she mean that holy grail? It's like chess, but a little more gruesome. Okay. Tosaka reinstates so as if it's the most natural thing in the world. What a girl. That phrase swirls in my head. I've been chosen as a master. Tosaka says she is a master. Familiars called the servants. And a battle to the death between the other Magi called the Holy Grail War. Say hi, Senso, Sento, 50 Cent. What the fuck? Holy shit. Wow. But I'm just telling you the truth. Yes, certainly I was almost killed by that Lancer guy, but... I'll quit trying to act tough, Softy. You saved me. Thank you. Tosaka's comment finishes me off. That's right. That guy killed me, and I certainly died. No excuse nor negotiation was possible. I was just someone who had to be killed. So, even if I do deny this battle to the death, that I cannot understand the others in it will not withdraw. Tosaka's description is too brief for me to understand, but there's one thing I do wonder about.
遠坂はセイバーを使い魔だって言うけど、俺にはそうは思えない。だって使い魔っていうのは猫とか鳥だろ。そりゃ人の幽霊を扱うやつもいる。
I love how he still has this question. It's pretty obvious there's something on a higher plane from cats or birds. I glance at Saber. God, she's hot. Humst, humst, humst. Saber is quietly listening to our conversation. She looks like a human being. I don't know her identity, but she's a girl about my age. Just having a girl like that near me is more than enough. So, I don't get it when she tells me that Saber is a familiar. And besides, my heart is pounding right now. Okay.
まあ、サーバントはその分類ではあるけど、位置づけは段違いよ。何しろそこにいる彼女はね、使い魔としては最強
A ghost liner.
ライナーなんだから。
Considered to be the strongest of all familiars. Familia.
じゃあそのやっぱり幽霊ってことか?
Heroic spirit. That word is about to get thrown out. A human ghost that stopped living a long time ago. The remaining minds of those with strong abilities who remain in this world even after they die. People die when they are killed. But some live even after they die. But that doesn't make sense. A ghost doesn't have a body. A ghost can be only hurt by ghosts. So as I have a body, a ghost shouldn't be able to kill me.
幽霊。似たようなものだけど、そんなもんと一緒にしたらセイバーに殺されるわよ。サーバントは受肉した過去の英雄。精霊に近い人間以上の存在なんだから。
Heroes of the past given bodies? Me no comprende, homie.
現代だろうが、とにかく死亡した伝説上の英雄をこう引っ張ってきてね、実体化させるのよ。まあ、呼び出すまでがマスターの役割で、後の実体化は聖杯がしてくれるんだけどね。魂を形にするなんてのは、一階の魔術師には不可能だもの。
ちょっと待て。
ちょっと待て。ちょっとa minute. So a hero of the past means what? I look over at Saber. Wow. Then she's a heroine from the past too. Dang, what a competitor. Well, it's true that nobody would dress like that now, but still. That's impossible. Never heard of such magic.
当然よ。これは魔術じゃないもの。あくまで聖杯による現象と考えなさい。そうでなければ、魂を再現して固定化するなんてできるはずがない。
魂の再現って、じゃあそのサーバントは幽霊とは違うのか？
違うわ。人間であれ動物であれ機械であれ、偉大な功績を残すと輪廻の輪から外されて、一段階上に昇華するって話聞いたことない？英霊っていうのはそういう連中よ。
I don't think he's been taught anything like that, man. Dude, this man doesn't even know how to, like, set up a proper workshop or repair a broken window with magic. You think he would know anything about heroic spirits or divine beings of a higher rank removed from the ring of reincarnation and sublimating into beings of higher rank? Like, he ain't gonna know any of that shit.
要するに、崇め立て祀られて、疑似的な神様になった者たちなんでしょうね。高霊術とか口寄せとか、そういう一般的な霊を扱う魔術は彼らの力の一部を借り受けて奇跡を起こすでしょ。けどこのサーバントっていうのは英霊本体を直接連れてきて使い魔にする。だから基本的には霊体としてそばにいるけど、必要とあれば実体化させて戦わせられるってわけ。
その霊体と実体を使い分けられるってことか。遠坂のサーバントは姿が見えないけど、今は霊体ってことか。
He's chilling.
いえ、あいつはうちの召喚人で傷を癒している最中よ。さっきセイバーにやられたでしょ。あれだってあと少し強制撤去が遅かったら一撃で消滅してたわ。いい？サーバントを倒せるのは同じ霊体であるサーバントだけ。そりゃ相手が実体化していればこっちの攻撃も当たるから、うまくすれば倒せるかもしれない。けど、サーバントはみんな怪物。
More dialogue, boys.
だから怪物の相手は怪物に任せて、マスターは後方支援をするっていうのがセオリーね。
Servants are all strong as monsters, right? So we let monsters deal with monsters. The master usually supports them from behind. Tosaka's explanation irritates me for some reason. She calls them monsters. I don't know about the other servants, but I don't want her to talk about Saber like that.
とにかく、マスターになった人間は召喚したサーバントを使って他のマスターを倒さなければならない。そのあたりは理解できた？
言葉の上でなら。けど納得なんて言ってないぞ。そもそもそんな悪趣味なことを誰が何のために始めたんだ？
それは私が知るべきことでもないし、答えてあげることでもない。そのあたりはいずれちゃんと聖杯戦争を監督して。
And they're about to meet the boy, that boy Kotomine.
あなたはもう戦うしかなくて、サーバントは強力な使い魔だからうまく使えってことだけよ。
Kotomine. Alright, Tosaka says so and now turns to Saber.
さて、エミヤ君から話を聞いた限りじゃ、あなたは不完全な状態みたいね、セイバー。マスターとしての心得がない魔術師見習いに呼び出されたんだから。
ええ、あなたの言う通り、私は万全ではありません。シローには私を実体化させる魔力がないため、霊体に戻ることも魔力の回復も難しいでしょ
う。驚いたわ。そこまでひどかったこともだけど、あなたが正直に話してくれるなんて思わなかった。どうやって弱みを聞き出そうかなって程度だったのに。
敵に弱点を見抜かれるのは不本意ですが、あなたの目は欺けそうにない。それならばあなたに知ってもらうことで、シローにより深く現状を理解してもらった方がいい。
正解。
Good point.
風格も十分と。もうますます惜しい。私がセイバーのマスターだったらこんな戦い勝ったも同然だったのに。
Tosaka clenches her fist with anger.
トサカ、それ俺。
Hell no!
当然でしょ、ヘッポコ。
I love how naturally she says that, man. Sass clap back. Wow, she just said something that any normal person would have trouble saying.
何？まだなんか質問があるの？
Keeping it real. And she doesn't realize it. Her honor student image from school crumbles inside of me. Good going, you say. Tosaka certainly shows no openings, just like a devil.
さて、話がまとまったところでそろそろ行きましょうか。
Tosaka suddenly says something strange.
行くってどこへ？
だからあなたが巻き込まれたこのゲーム、聖杯戦争をよく知っているやつに会いに行くの。エミヤ君、聖杯戦争の理由について知りたいんでしょ？
それは当然だ。けどそれってどこだよ？もうこんな時間なんだし、あんまり遠いのは。
大丈夫、隣町だから急げば夜明けまでには帰ってこれるわ。それに明日は日曜なんだから別に夜更かししてもいいじゃない。
いや、そういう問題じゃなくて。
It's just that a lot of things happened today, so I want to have a rest and think about them.
何？行かないの？もうエミヤ君がそう言うんならいいけど、セイバーは？
Tosaka asks
ちょ
Saber.
っと待て、セイバーは関係ないだろう。あんまり無理強いするな。
もうマスターとしての自覚はあるんだ。私がセイバーと話すのは嫌？
そんなことあるか。ただトサカの言うのが本当なら、セイバーは昔の英雄なんだろ。ならこんな現代に呼び出されて右も左も分か
That
らない。
notion is about to get proven wrong.
だから
シロー、それは違う。サーバントは人間の世であるのなら、あらゆる時代に適応します。もちろんこの時代に呼び出されたのも一度ではありませんから。
No way.
どんな確率よそれ？
Hey, Tosaka is surprised too. So that must mean Saber said something incredible.
シロー、私は彼女に賛成です。あなたはマスターとして知識がなさすぎる。あなたと契約したサーバントとして シロには強くなってもらわなければ困ります。
Saber stares at me silently. It's a gentle stare that's not worried not for herself, but for me.
分かった。行けばいいんだろ。で、それってどこなんだ、トサカ。ちゃんと帰ってこれる場所なんだろうな。
もちろん。行き先は隣町の琴峰教会。そこがこの戦いを監督してるエセ神父。
I love how she just declares he's a false priest, like right away. She doesn't even try to hide it. Tosaka makes an evil smile. It looks like she's having fun dragging me around while I don't know anything. It might be prejudice, but I'm beginning to feel like there's a problem with her personality. We walk through the nighttime town. It's past 1 in the morning, and there's no one out at this time. The lights in the houses are out, and only street lamps illuminate the silent town.
まあ、トサカ。スカのことを聞くけど、歩いて隣町まで行く気なのか？
そうよ。だって電車もバスも終わってるでしょ。いいんじゃない？たまには夜の散歩っていうのも。
そうか。一応聞くけど、隣町までどのくらいかかるか知ってるか？
歩いてだと1時間ぐらいかしらね。まあ、遅くなったら帰りはタクシーでも拾えばいいでしょ。
そんな余分な金は使わないし、俺が言いたいのは、女の子が夜出歩くのはどうかってことだ。最近物騒なのは知ってるだろ？もしものことがあったら責任持てないぞ、俺。
The look she gave him.
エミヤ君は忘れてるみたいだけど、そこにいるセイバー。
She's just like, why the fuck would you ask me that in this type of situation? Do you realize? She's right. Whoever it is, if someone attacks her, they will be counterattacked viciously.
リン、シロは今何を言いたかったのでしょう。私には理解。
I always thought the saber looked badass in that raincoat.
いや、大した勘違いっぷりっていうか、大間抜けっていうか。なんでも私たちが痴漢に襲われたらエミヤ君が助けてくれるんだって。
そんな、シロは私のマスターだ。それでは立場が逆ではないですか。
そういうの考えてないんじゃない？魔術師とかサーバントとかどうでもいいって感じ。あいつの頭の中一度見てみたくなったわね。
Silence. Tosaka and Saber now know each other well enough to talk to each other. Saber has been silent ever since I stopped her from going out dressed like she was. She said she wouldn't take off her armor, so I made her wear a raincoat, and she's been quiet ever since. Now she follows me and only speaks to Tosaka.
あれ？どっちに行くのよ、エミヤ君。そっち道が違うんじゃない？
橋に出ればいいんだろ。ならこっちのが近道だ。
I don't want to walk alongside them, so I quickly make my way to the small side road. They follow me without objection. We come out into a park. We have to cross that bridge to go to the neighboring town of Shinto, but...
へえ、こんな道あったんだ。そっか。橋には公園からでも行けるんだから、公園を目指せばいいのね。
Maybe it's just because it's nighttime. Tosaka's face looking up at the bridge seems even more beautiful than at school. I'm troubled.
いいから行くぞ。別に遊びに来たわけじゃないんだから。
I hurry Tosaka, who is standing still in the park, and make my way up the stairs. Once we reach the road alongside the bridge, Shinto will be straight ahead of us. There's no one on the bridge. That's only natural, as not many people use it, even during the daytime. It's more normal to use the bus or the train to get to the neighboring town, so this bridge is rarely ever used. That's because it's so long and it carries a fear that it might collapse on you. That must be why this place isn't used for dates, even though it's perfect location-wise. Saber is following me silently, and Tosaka is walking right beside me. Trying to ignore them, I hurry across the bridge. Beyond the bridge, Tosaka leads us into the suburbs. When I think about Shinto, only the office buildings in front of the station come to mind, but there are streets from older times once you get away from the station. The suburbs are the most extreme of those. There are hilly roads and a high ground overlooking the sea. As you go farther up the hill, there are fewer buildings, and the foreigners' cemetery, built on the slope of the hill, can be seen.
この上が教会よ。エミヤ君も一度ぐらいは行ったことがあるんじゃない？
いや、ない。あそこが孤児院だったってことぐらいは知ってるけど。
そう。なら今日が初めてか。じゃあ少し気を引き締めた方がいいわ。あそこの神父は一筋縄じゃいかない。
Don't worry, I know exactly how to deal with him. Just share a bowl of mapo tofu with him, and he'll open right up, bro. Straight up. Tosaka starts up the hill. Looking up, I can see a building at the top of the hill. A church atop the hill. I never thought I'd visit God's house for the first time for a reason like this.
すごいな、これ。
It's a pretty badass church, I'm not gonna lie, when he goes inside. The church is magnificent. Also, I gotta say this, Kotomine Kirei's theme is fucking beast! Beast! I love his theme song, man. The whole top of the hill must be the church's land, and as a flat field welcomes me as soon as I reach the top. The church isn't that big, but it is compelling, towering over its visitors.
シロ、私はここに残ります。
なんでだよ。ここまで来たのに、セイバーだけ置いてけぼりなんてできないだろう。
私は教会に来たのではなく、シロを守るためについてきたのです。シロの目的地が教会であるのなら、これ以上遠くには行かないでしょう。ですから、ここで帰りを待つことにします。
Saber says clearly. It doesn't seem like she'll budge an inch, so I decide to respect her decision.
わかった。それじゃあ行ってくる。
はい。誰であろうと気を許さないように、マスター。
Musta. Alright, we are in the Kotomine Church. Kotomine Kirei. It is a large, impressive chapel. Since it's so large, many people must come here during the day. If he's entrusted with such a church, the priest here must be a man of character. Well, that's one way of putting it.
神父さんっていうのはどんな人なんだ？
どんな人かって説明するのは難しいわね。10年来の知人だけど、私だって未だにあいつの性格はつかめないもの。
10年来の知人？それはまた随分と年季が入った関係だな。もしかして親戚か何かか？
親戚じゃないけど私の後見人よ。ついでに言うと兄弟子にして第二の師っていうところ。
兄弟子って魔術師としての兄弟子？
そうだけど、なんで驚くのよそこで。
だって神父さんなんだろ？神父さんが魔術なんてそんなのご法度じゃないか。
By their nature, a Mudgets and the church cannot be in harmony. The organization that Muggy belonged to is called the Magic Association, and the other side of religion, the side you wouldn't want to see while living a normal life, is called the Holy Church. The two are barely similar. They cooperate in name, but they're always trying to kill each other when given the chance. The church hates heretics. They totally eliminate the inhuman, and they count magic-using humans among their targets. For the church, miracles are only given to the chosen, holy saints. Any miracle handed by other people are heresies. There are no exceptions, even for those within the church. The higher ones in the church, the more one is prohibited from the impurity of magic. And for a follower entrusted with a church like this, and the more divine protection one receives, the more one should stay away from magic.
そもそもここの神父さんってこっち側の人だったのか。
Hold on. Blah 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 blah, that's right, but why are you surprised? Because he's a priest, blah 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 blah. Not a relative, but a guardian. I just want to review this. What kind of person is here? It's hard to explain. Yeah, it's just a basic introduction to Kirei. So, okay. He's a priest on our side.
聖杯戦争の監督役を任されたやつだもの。バリッバリの代行者よ。まあ、最も神のご加護があるかどうかは疑問だけど。
Yes, he is the one supervising the Holy Grail War. After all, he is a real agent. Well, I don't know if he has divine protection, though. Tosaka's footsteps echo as she approaches the altar. It's bad manners to do that when the priest isn't here, but it's so late at night. He won't be in the chapel, so if he's anywhere, it will be the private room in the back.
んで、その神父さんはなんて言うんだ。さっきはコトミネとかなんとか言ってたけど。
名前は琴峰綺麗。父さんの教え子でね。もう10年以上顔を合わせてる腐れ縁よ。まあ、できれば知り合いたくなかったけど。
Yeah, I'm certainly sure you wish you'd never met him.
同感だ。私も死を敬わぬ弟子など持ち出す。
This guy is so badass. A footstep. He must have noticed our entry as he slowly appears from the other side of the altar.
再三の呼び出しにも応じぬと思えば、変わった客を連れてきたな。彼が7人目というわけか、リン。
そう。一応中身は
This guy's appearance is so fucking... It's like godly, but it's funny at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a standard neutral pose. It's funny. Right, he's a Majus, but he's pretty much a beginner, so I just couldn't let him be. Look, I'm just staring through your soul. I will...
それは結構。なるほど。ではその少年には感謝しなくてはな。
This guy's about to get a kick out of his last name. The priest called Kotomine slowly turns to me. Without realizing, I step back. He's not scary at all. I don't feel any hostility from him. But this priest still has a presence that makes the air around him feel heavy.
私はこの教会を任されている。Kotomine Kirei というものだが、君の名は何というのかな？7人目のマスターよ。
ヘミやシロ。けど、俺はまだマスターなんてものになった覚えはないからな。
I glare back at the priest, trying not to lose against his presence.
エミヤ。
Emiya, Shira, you already know what he's thinking right here. You heard Emiya? Huh, the weight on my mind, the weight on my back turns into a chill. The priest slowly smiles as if he's met someone pleasant. I guess that's one way you could say it. That smile, it makes me.
礼を言う、エミヤ。よくリンを連れてきてくれた。君がいなければあれは最後までここには訪れなかったろう。
The priest makes his way towards the altar. Tosaka moves away from the altar and stands beside me.
では始めよう。エミヤ・シロ。君はセイバーのマスターで間違いはないか？
それは違う。確かに俺はセイバーと契約した。けど、マスターとか聖杯戦争とか、そんなことを言われても俺には点でわからない。マスターっていうのがちゃんとした魔術師がなるものなら、他にマスターを選び直した方がいい。
なるほど。これは重症だ。彼は本当に何も知らないのか、リン。
だから素人だって言ったじゃない。そのあたりからしつけてあげて。そういう追い込み得意でしょ、あんた。
Tosaka urges the priest.
ほう。これは、そういうことか。
I'm not even gonna dare talk over his voice acting because it's so godly.
お前が私を頼ったのはこれが初めてだ。エミやシローには感謝をしてもし足りないな。
Father Kotomine laughs. Their conversation makes me feel uneasy.
まず君の勘違いを正そう。いいか、エミやシロー。マスターというものは他人に譲れるものではないし、なってしまった以上やめられるものでもない。その腕に霊樹を刻まれた者は、たとえ何者であろうとマスターをやめることはできん。
やめることはできないって。
霊樹とは聖魂でもある。マスターとは与えられた試練だ。都合が悪いからといって放棄することはできん。その痛みからは聖杯を手に入れるまでは解放されない。お前がマスターを辞めたいというのであれば、聖杯を手に入れ、 斧が望みを叶えるより他はあるまい。そうなれば何もかもが元通りだぞ。
This dude is a fucking cunt.
そのうちに溜まった泥をすべてかき出すこともできる。そうだ。初めからやり直すこととて可能だろう。
He's just like, if you want to retire, all you have to do is win and obtain the grail and wish for it. You don't know how cunty that line is. This dude is a fucking bastard for that, but it's so great. Oh my god.
もしその時が来るのなら、君はマスターに選ばれた幸運に感謝するのだからな。その目に見えぬ火傷の跡を消したいのならば、成婚を受け入れるだけでいい。
I feel dizzy. The priest's words don't make any sense. They just confuse me more and more as I listen. But still, his words soak into my mind and clot like blood.
キレイ、回りくどい真似はしないで。私は彼にルールを説明してあげてって言ったのよ。誰も傷を開けなんて言ってない。
Hold on. When the time comes, you will appreciate being chosen as a master. If you wish to erase those burns that cannot be seen, all you have to do is accept that holy mark. A voice cuts in. That clears up my dizzy head.
そうか。こういった手合いには何を言っても無駄だからな。せめて勘違いしたまま、道徳を拭い
Trying to take away his morality.
情けは人のためならずとはよく言ったものだ。つい
Ah, shit.
彼を助けるといいことあるっていうの？あんたに。
あるとも。人を助けることいずれ自身を救う。
It's so funny because that's so out of his character. This is so bullshit. Helping people means saving yourself. Bro, he does not give a fucking shit about that. He's just doing everything for entertainment. This dude is a god.
君が巻き込まれたこの戦いは聖杯戦争と呼ばれるものだ。7人のマスターが7人のサーバントを用いて繰り広げる争奪戦。
聞いてる。7人のマスターで殺し合うっていうふざけた話だろ。
そうだ。だが我らとて好きでこのような非道を行っているわけでは。
You do it for entertainment, holy. Homie.
ふさわしいものを選抜するための儀式だ。何しろ物が物だからな。所有者の選定にはいくつかの試練が必要だ。
Alright. What trials? I'll bet this priest doesn't think of this Holy Grail War thing as a trial.
待てよ。さっきから聖杯聖杯って繰り返してるけど、それって一体何なんだ？
The Holy Grail. A grail said to have received the blood of the Christ. It is considered to be one of the greatest holy relics, and said to be capable of many miracles. The most common rumor about it is that the one who obtains the Holy Grail will obtain the world. But that's just an invention. After all, the Holy Grail itself is almost something that exists but does not exist. A Holy Grail that makes wishes come true certainly appears in many folklores and legends around the world, but that's it. A fictional power that doesn't exist and isn't possible. That is the Holy Grail.
どうなんだ、Kotomine Kirei。あんたの言う聖杯は本当に聖杯なのか？
Nope.
もちろんだとも。この町に現れる聖杯は本物だ。その証拠の一つとして、サーバントが大きな奇跡を
I'm sorry, all of his answers are so fucking amusing. This dude is so fucking lit. Mochiron domo. The Holy Grail that appears in this town is real, as proof the great miracle of servants has occurred. It's not even just what he says, it's the way he delivers his lines with the voice acting. This dude just does not give a fuck.
過去の英霊を呼び出し刺激する。いいな。すでに死者の蘇生に近いこの奇跡は魔法と言える。
Summoning and controlling past heroes. No, a miracle close to resurrecting the dead is almost a sorcery.
これだけの力を持つ聖杯ならば、持ち主に無限の力を与えよう。物の心眼など、その事実の前には無価値だ。
A holy grail with this much power shall grant its owner unlimited powers. Ho ho! The object's unreality is worthless in front of that truth. So, he means that even if it is fake, it doesn't matter if it has powers that would overwhelm even the true holy grail.
いいぜ。仮に聖杯があるとする。けど、ならなんだって聖杯戦争なんてものをさせるんだ。聖杯があるんなら殺し合うことなんてない。それだけすごいものならみんなで分ければいいだろう。
A naive comment.
そんな意見だが、そんな自由は我々にはない。
I really thought he would say something like Sosuke Aizen, like an impertinent suggestion, and then, but we do not have such freedom. But he said a fair argument. Okay, it's kind of the same thing, honestly. Only one person can obtain the grail.
聖杯自体が決めたことだ。7人のマスターを選ぶのも、7人のサーバントを呼び出すのも、これは儀式だと言っただろう。聖杯は自らを持つにふさわしい人間を選び、彼らを競わせて、ただ一人の持ち主を選定する。
What a god.
聖杯戦争。聖杯に選ばれ、手に入れるために殺し合う恒例儀式というわけだ。
The priest speaks plainly. I have no rebuttal, and I look down at my left hand. There is the mark they call the command spell. It must mean that as long as I have this mark, I cannot quit being a master.
納得いかないな。一人だけしか選ばれないにしたって、他のマスターを殺すしかないっていうのは気に食わない。
ちょっと待って。殺すしかないっていうのは誤解よ、ヘミヤ君。別にマスターを殺す必要はないんだから。
So yeah, it decides the master is a summon. I told you that it's suitable, blah blah blah. That is the holy grail, and then you don't have to kill all the masters. Okay.
殺し合いだって言ったじゃないか。コトミネもそう言ってたぞ。
殺し合いだ。
You will kill each other.
キレイは黙ってて。この町に伝わる聖杯っていうのは霊体なの。だから物としてあるわけじゃなくて、特別な儀式で呼び出す。つまり降霊するしかないってわけ。で、呼び出すことは私たち魔術師だけでもできるんだけど、これが霊体である以上、私たちには触れられない。
わかる。霊体には霊体しか触れられないんだろ。ああ、だからサーバントが必要なのか。
そういうこと。ぶっちゃけた話、聖杯戦争っていうのは自分のサーバント以外のサーバントを撤去させるってことよ。
Man, she could have told me that earlier. Honestly, Tosaka and this priest were being mean. Mainly the priest. Now I'm relieved. So even if we enter this Holy Grail war, Tosaka's not going to die. Thank God.
そういう考えもできるか。
Yeah, this man don't give a fuck. He's just like slaughter each other for my entertainment. That look on his face just tells it.
一つ尋ねるが、君は自分のサーバントを倒せると思うか？
What the fuck is this question? Beat Saber? That's impossible. In the first place, magic is useless against her, and she is skilled with her sword.
ではもう一つ尋ねよう。つまらぬ問いだが、君は自分がサーバントより優れていると思えるか？
What's he saying? I can't beat Saber, so there's no way I'm superior to her. For this question, my answer will always be that I'm weaker than my servant, so...
そういうことだ。サーバントはサーバントをもってしても破りがたい。ならばどうするか。そら、実に単純な話だろう。サーバントはマスターがいなければ存在できぬ。いかにサーバントが強力であろうと、マスターが潰されれば、そのサーバントも消滅する。
That's right, servants are hard. Oh, shit. That's right, servants are hard to defeat even with a servant, so what should you do? See, it's such a simple solution. Servants can only exist with a master. No matter how powerful the servant is, the servant will disappear if the master dies, so... That's right, it's a natural solution. No one would choose to take the hard way. If you want to win, the most effective way to kill the servants would be to kill the masters instead. Because then they can just go form a contract with some other servant.
マスターを倒した方が早いってのは分かった。けど、それじゃ逆にサーバントが先にやられたら、マスターはマスターでなくなるのか。聖杯に触れられるのはサーバントだけなんだろう。なら、サーバントを失ったマスターには価値がない。
But then, if their servant gets killed, does that make someone not a master anymore? Only servants can touch the Holy Grail, right? Then there's no point to a master that doesn't have a servant.
いや、霊樹がある限りマスターの権利は残る。マスターとはサーバントと
And there it is.
魔術師のことだ。霊樹があるうちはいくらでもサーバントと契約できる。マスターを失ったサーバントはすぐに消えるわけではない。彼らは体内の魔力が尽きるまでは現世にとどまれる。そういったマスターを失ったサーバントがいれば、サーバントを失ったマスターとて再契約が可能となる。だからこそ、マスターはマスターを殺すのだ。下手に生かしておけば、新たな
Harsh reality right
可
there.
能性があるから。
じゃあ、霊樹を使い切ったら、そうすれば他のサーバントと契約できないし、自由になったサーバントも他のマスターとくっつくだろ
待って、それは。
それはその通りだ。霊樹さえ使い切ってしまえば、マスターの責務からは解放されるな。もっとも、強力な魔術を行える霊樹を無駄に使うなどという魔術師がいるとは思えないが、いたとしたら、そいつは半人前どころか。
But just a chicken!
ふぬけということ。
The priest laughs as he knows what I'm thinking about. I'm annoyed. That priest is making fun of me. Dang right he is, dog. I think he's trying to provoke me. His tone of voice pisses me off.
納得がいったか。ならばルールの説明。
You must understand now.
さて、それでは初めに戻ろうエミヤシロ。君はマスターになったつもりはないと言ったが、それは今でも同じなのか。マスターを放棄するというのならそれもよかろう。君が今考えた通り、霊樹を使い切ってセーバーとの契約を立てばよい。その場合、聖杯戦争が終わるまで、君の安全は私が保証する。
ちょっと待った。なんだってあんたに安全を保証されなくちゃいけないんだ。
私とて、お前に構うほど暇ではない。だがこれも決まりでな。私は繰り返される聖杯戦争を監督するために派遣された。故に聖杯戦争による犠牲は最小限にとどめなくてはならないのだ。マスターで亡くなった魔術師を保護するのは監督役として最優先事項なのだよ。
繰り返される聖杯戦争。
Hold on. Repeating, does he mean that this kind of battle has happened many times before?
どういうことだよ。
I mean, Rin told you that too.
戦争っていうのは
Rin told you every few generations there's a war. So,
無論
I don't know why he's asking that.
でなければ監督役などというものが派遣されると思うか。
Of course not. Do you think a supervisor would have been dispatched if it were so?
教会は生異物を回収する任を帯びる特務局の末端でな。本来は聖十字の調査、回収を旨とするが、ここでは聖杯の査定の任を帯びている。
This church bears a duty to recover the holy relics, as we are the lowest of the special agencies. Originally, it was our goal to research and recover the true cross, but here we have a duty to investigate the Holy Grail.
極東の地に観測された第726聖杯を調査し、これが正しいものであるのなら回収し、そうでなければ否定しろとな。
We have to investigate the 726th Holy Grail that has appeared in this far eastern land. We must recover it if it is real, and dispute it if it is not.
726って聖杯ってのはそんなにたくさんあるのか
726th? That many Holy Grails?
さあ、少なくともらしきものならばそれだけの数があったということだろう。
Who knows? It just means that there have been at least that many things that seemed like one.
そしてその中の一つがこの町で観測される聖杯であり、聖杯戦争だ。
And one of those is the Holy Grail from the Holy Grail War observed in this
記
town.
録では200年ほど前が一度目の戦いになっている。
According to records, it is said that the first battle occurred about 200 years ago.
以後、約50年周期でマスターたちの戦いは繰り返されている。
Since then, the battle between masters have been repeating in a cycle of about 50 years.
聖杯戦争はこれで5度目。前回が10年前であるから、今までで最短のサイクルということになるが。
Since the fifth Holy Grail War. This is the fifth Holy Grail War. Since the last one was 10 years ago, this will be the shortest cycle ever.
正気かお前ら。こんなことを今まで4度も続けてきたって。
What? Are you guys insane? You guys have repeated this thing 4 times already?
全く同感だ。お前の言う通り、連中はこんなことを何度も繰り返してきたのだよ。
I feel the same way. As you said, people have repeated this event many times.
そう
Yes.
過去繰り返された聖杯戦争はことごとく苛烈を極めてきた。マスターたちは斧が欲望に突き動かされ、魔術師としての教えを忘れ、ただ無差別に殺し合いを行った。
In the past, the Holy Grail Wars were terrible. Masters were driven by their desires, forget their teachings as magi, and just killed each other indiscriminately.
君も知っていると思うが、魔術師にとって魔術を一般社会で使用することは第一の罪悪だ。
I think you already know, but it
魔術
is...
師は
Oh,
斧が正体を人々に知られてはならないのだからな。
I think you already know, but it is the highest crime for a Mudgets to use his magic in public. A Mudgets cannot allow his identity to be revealed to the public.
だが、過去のマスターたちはそれを破った。
But masters in the past have violated that.
魔術協会は彼らを戒めるために監督役を派遣したが、それが間に合ったのは3度目の聖杯戦争でな。その時に派遣されたのが私の父というわけだが、納得がいったか少年。
The Magic Association dispatched a supervisor to caution them, but they only made it in time for the Third Holy Grail War. The one dispatched then was my father. Do you understand now, boy?
ああ、監督役が必要な理由は分かった。けど、今の話からすると、この聖杯戦争っていうのはとんでもなくタチが悪いものなんじゃないのか。
ほう。タチが悪いとは。
How is it bad?
だって、以前のマスターたちは魔術師のルールを破るような奴らだったんだろ。なら、仮に聖杯があるとして、最後まで勝ち残った奴が聖杯を私利私欲で使うような奴だったらどうする？
Then let's say this Holy Grail thing really exists.
そんなものが渡ったらまずいだろ。
What will you do if the one who remains is someone who uses the Holy Grail so selfishly? It's bad if such a thing is obtained by someone who has no problem killing others.
魔術師を監視するのが教会の仕事なら、あんたはそういう奴を罰するべきじゃないのか。
If it is the job of the association to look after Magi, then shouldn't you guys be punishing those kinds of people? I question with a little hope. But as I expected, Kotomine Kirei laughs.
まさか。
まさか。
魔術師などおるまい。我々が管理するのは聖杯戦争の決まりだけだ。その後のことなど知らん。どのような人格が聖杯を手に入れようが、教会は関与しない。
There are no Magi who will act outside their own interests. We only supervise the rules of the Holy Grail War. We do not care about what happens afterwards. The association is not concerned about the kind of people that obtains the Holy Grail War.
そんなバカな。じゃあ、聖杯を手に入れたマスターが最悪な奴だったらどうするんだよ。
No one gives a shit.
困るな。だが、私たちではどうしようもない。 持ち主を選ぶのは聖杯だ。そして聖杯に選ばれたマスターを止める力などは何しろ望みを叶える杯だ。手に入れたものはやりたい放題だろうさ。
It is a grill that makes wishes come true. The one who obtains it will be able to do as he pleases.
しかし、それが嫌だというのなら、お前が勝ち残ればいい。
And here's how he baits him. This is classic. But if you do not want that, then all you have to do is win it yourself. That is the most reliable way, isn't it? Kotomine is trying to hold back his laughter. It's like he's enjoying my clumsy inability to accept the fates. Yeah, it doesn't help that your last name is Emiya.
どうした少年。今のはいいアイデアだと思うのだが。参考にする気はないのかな。
What's wrong, boy? I think it was a good idea. So will you not accept it?
そんなの余計なお世話だ。第一、俺には戦う理由がない。聖杯なんてものに興味はないし、マスターなんて言われても実感が湧かない。
It's none of your business. Anyway, I don't have a reason to fight. I'm not interested in the Holy Grail. And I don't feel like a master even if you tell me I am. Oh, now he's about to rub some salt in the wound. It's about time. He's about to rub some alcohol. Yup. Even if it leads to disaster, you know where he's going with that. I can't answer that question. Crap, his words are violent. They force the truth onto me, whether I want it or not. I'm sorry, but the way he toys with him is just so fucking amusing. I've been holding back my laughter myself throughout this scene. I feel like this is a scene where that's so serious and people aren't gonna be laughing, but I'm entertained by this kind of shit. Like, this dude just does not give a fuck, and he's just calmly pissing Shiro off, just rubbing alcohol in him and toying with it. He's just so twisted that it's just all entertainment for him. I just cannot help but find that amusing. This dude is a fucking beast.
そうだ。前回の聖杯戦争の最後にな。ふさわしくないマスターが聖杯に触れた。そのマスターが何を望んでいたかは知らん。
He's about to say who that master is, isn't he? That's right, at the end of the last Holy Grail War, an unsuitable master touched the Holy Grail. I do not know what that master wished for. All we know is the result of the disaster that came afterwards. I'm sure you do as well. Emiya Shiro. Done. The music stops. Tsukihime. But with fire. For an instant, that image of hell flashes in my head. Soda. It is an event that everyone in this town knows about. Emiya Shiro.
焼け落ちた建物は実に134棟。未だもって原因不明とされるあの火災こそが聖杯戦争による爪痕だ。
500 killed or wounded. 134 buildings burned down. That inferno, still unexplained. Is it the remains of the Holy Grail? Is the remains of the Holy Grail War? I feel sick. And that was his goal. To make you feel sick. My vision blurs. I lose concentration and I can't focus my eyes. My body stumbles. Now he's got you. Hook, line, and sinker. But I hold myself firm. I hold on to consciousness by clenching my teeth. I hold back my nausea with the anger boiling up in me.
エミヤ君、どうしたのよ。いきなり顔面真っ白にしちゃって。そりゃあんまり気持ちのいい話じゃなかったけど、ほら、なんなら少し休んだりする？
Emiya-kun, what's wrong? You're pale white. I know it's not a comfortable story, but if you want, we can take a rest for a while. I must have looked terrible. I think it's very rare for Tosaka to be worried like that. After seeing your weird face.
それどういう意味よ。
いや、タイはないんだ。言葉通りの意味だから気にするな。
ならいいけど、って余計に悪いじゃない。
Oof.
このド変僕。
The school's number one honor student, Tosaka Rin, smacks me in the head. That does it. With that, the nausea and anger go away.
サンキュー。本当に助かったから、あんまりいじめないでくれ、トサカ。
Shiro's so humble. Alright. She looks like she hasn't hit me enough, but she still lets me continue.
ほう。
Oh.
質問があるのか。いいぞ。言いたいことはすべて言ってしまえ。
He should know what I want to ask, yet he lets me to go. He asks me to go on. Fine. Imi Shiro won't lose to you.
じゃあ聞く。あんた、聖杯戦争は今回が5回目だって言ったな。なら、今まで聖杯を手に入れた奴はいるのか。
当然だろう。そう毎回全滅などという決めは起きん。
じゃあ、
早まるな。手に入れるだけならば簡単だ。何しろ聖杯自体
He's just trying to bait him. It's not easy.
管理している。手に取るだけならば、私は毎日触れているぞ。
The Holy Grail is at this church?
もっともそれは器だけだ。中身が空なのだよ。先ほどリンが言っただろう。聖杯とは霊体だと。この教会に保管してあるのは極めて精巧に作られた聖杯のレプリカだ。これを触媒にして本物の聖杯を降霊させ、願いを叶える杯にする。
What we maintain is a... Oh.
マスターとサーバントの関係に近いか。
Unless you understand Japanese, you can never... Look at
一
the...
時的に本物となった聖杯を手にした男は確かにいた。
Unless you understand Japanese, you can never quite be sure when they're gonna finish their lines. What we maintain is a well-made replica of the Holy Grail. We'll use this as the catalyst to draw down the real Holy Grail and transform it into a grail that grants wishes. It's like the relationship between servants and masters. Yes, there was indeed a man who obtained the real Holy Grail, temporarily, using that method.
じゃあ、聖杯は本物だったのか。あ、いや、手にしたっていうそいつは一体どうなったんだ。
どうにもならん。その聖杯は完成には至らなかった。バカな男がつまらぬ干渉に流された結果だよ。
Nothing. The Holy Grail was imperfectly completed. It was the result of a foolish man affected by sentiment. You know who he's talking about. With the previous pressure gone, the priest narrows his eyes as if in regret.
聖杯は現れたんじゃないのか。
聖杯を表すだけならば簡単だ。7人のサーバントが揃い、時間が経てば聖杯は現れる。リンの言う通り、確かに他のマスターを殺める必要などないのだ。だがそれでは聖杯は完成しない。あれは自らを得るにふさわしい持ち主を選ぶ。故に、戦いを回避した男には聖杯など手に入らなかった。
あ、要するに他のマスターと決着をつけずに聖杯を手に入れても無意味ってことでしょ。前回一番初めに聖杯を手に入れたマスターはアマちゃんだったのよ。敵のマスターとは戦いたくないなんて言って聖杯から逃げたんだから。
No, that part's bullshit. He didn't want to fight with other masters. Oh, he definitely fought. That boy was a fucking badass. So saying Tosaka looks away from Kotomine.
嘘。
Uso. Does that mean Kotomine was one of the masters in the last war, and that he retired because he refused to fight in spite of obtaining the Holy Grail? Oh, he fought! Oh, he fought!
あんた、戦わなかったのか。
途中まで戦いはした。だが判断を間違えた。結果として私は空の聖杯を手に
Why are you lying? Why are you lying, Kirei? You know that's bullshit.
ではそれが限界だったろう。何しろ他のマスターたちはどいつもこいつも化け物揃いだったからな。私は真っ先にサーバントを失い、 そのまま父に保護された。
Okay.
思えば監督役の息子がマスターに選ばれるなど、その時点であってはならぬことだったのだ。父はその折に亡くなった。
Yeah, I wonder how he died.
私は監督役を引き継ぎ、この教会で聖杯を守っている。
Saying that, the priest called Kotomine Kirei turns around. Before him stands the symbol of worship.
話はここまでだ。聖杯を手にする資格がある者はサーバントを従えたマスターのみ。君たち7人が最後の一人となった時、その戦い、聖杯戦争に参加するかの意思をここで決めよう。
The priest requests my final decision. I'm at a loss for words. I had no reason to fight until just now. Now I have a reason to fight and a will to fight, and that was his plan all along. But can I really accept that?
まだ迷っているのか。いいか。マスターというものはなろうとしてなれるものではない。そこにいるリンは長く魔術師として修練してきたが、だからといってマスターになるのが決定された。
A master is not something you can just become just because you want to. Rin has been training for a long time to become as a Majits, but it was not determined that she would be a master.
決定されていたものがあるとすれば、それは心構えができていたかいないかだけだろう。
All that could be decided beforehand was whether to prepare for it or not.
マスターに選ばれるのは魔術師だけだ。魔術師ならばとうに覚悟などできていいよ。
Only Magi are chosen as masters. If you are a Majits, you should have been ready already.
それがないというのならば仕方があるまい。
I guess it cannot be helped if you say you were not.
お前も、お前を育てた死も出来損ないだ。そんな魔術師に戦われても迷惑だからな。今ここで霊樹を消してしまえ。
You and your teacher were failures in that case. It is merely annoying for such a Majits to be fighting, so get rid of your command spells, now. He doesn't need to ask. I revoke the command spell, I fight. I'm obviously not revoking the command spell, so I'll fight. I won't run away. Honestly, this Holy Grail war and Master stuff doesn't seem real to me. But still, if there are only two choices, fighting or running away, I will never run away. The priest said it too. If I am a Majits, I should be ready. That is why I must decide. Even though I'm an amateur, Emiya Shiro is a Majits. If I have decided to become a superhero in the footsteps of Emiya Kiritsugu, whom I've admired all this time, I will fight as a master.
10年前の火事の原因が聖杯戦争だって言うなら、俺はあんな出来事を二度も起こさせるわけにはいかない。
If the cause of the fire 10 years ago was the Holy Grail War, I can't let it happen again. As if he likes my answer, the priest smiles, with satisfaction. I take a deep breath. I have to cut away all hesitation. As a man, I said I will fight. So from now on, all I have to do is go forward with pride, so that I will not go against my word.
それでは君をセーバーのマスターと認めよう。
Then I shall approve you as Saber's
そ
master.
の瞬間に、今回の聖杯戦争は受理された。
In this instant, the Holy Grail War is
これ
accepted.
より、マスターが残り一人になるまで、この町における魔術戦を許可する。
はい
大物が自身の誇りに従い、存分に競い合え。
I approve the battle in this town. From now on, until only one master remains, everyone shall follow their pride and compete fully against each other. The priest's voice echoes heavily through the church. There is no meaning to that declaration. Only Tosaka and I heard the priest's words. This man merely rang the starting bell as the priest of this church.
決まりね。それじゃあ帰るけど、私も一つぐらい質問していい？キル。
構わんよ。これが最後かもしれんのだ。大抵の疑問には答えよう。
それじゃあ遠慮なく。キレ、あんた見届け役なんだから、他のマスターの情報ぐらいは知ってるんでしょ？こっちは教会のルールに従ってあげたんだから、それぐらい教えなさい。
それは困ったな。 教えてやりたいのは山々だが、
Bullshit.
私も詳しくは知らんのだ。エミやシローも含め、今回は正規の魔術師が少ない。私が知りうるマスターは2人だけだ。エミやシローを加えれば3人か。
あ、そうなら呼び出された順番ならわかるでしょ。仮にも監視役なんだから。
うん。1番手はバーサーか。2番手はキャスターだな。あとはそう大差はない。先日にアーチャー、そして数時間前にセイバーが呼び出された。
そう。それじゃあこれで。
正式に聖杯戦争が開始されたということだ。リン。聖杯戦争が終わるまで、この教会に足を運ぶことは許されない。
自分のサーバントを失って保護を願う場合のみでしょ。それ以外にあんたを頼ったら減点ってことね。
そうだ。おそらく君が勝者になるだろうが、減点がついては教会が黙っていない。連中はつまらない論議の末、君から聖杯を奪い取るだろう。私としては最悪の展開だ。
エセ神父、教会の人間が魔術協会の肩を持つのね。
私は神に仕える身だ。教
Hold on.
よく言うわ。だからエセなのよ、あんたは。
Hold on. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. You fake priest, another person on the side of the church's association. Supporting on the side of the church, supporting the magic association. I am serving God. That's bullshit. You are a false fucking priest, dog. That does not mean I'm serving the church. Whatever. That's why you're a fake. And Tosaka turns her back to the priest. After that, she just makes her way to the exit without saying goodbye.
そんなんでいいのか、トサカ。あいつお前の兄弟子なんだろ。
Shouldn't there be a more proper farewell?
いいわよ、そんなの。むしろ縁が切れてせいせいするぐらいだもの。そんなことより、あなたも外に出なさい。もうこの教会に用はないから。
Tosaka walks across the floor without stopping and really leaves. I sigh and follow her, and then I feel a presence behind me and turn around. The priest who was behind me before I knew it was behind me. Who was behind me before I knew it is looking down at me.
なんだよ。まだなんかあるっていうのか。
I back off as I say so. Just as I thought, I don't like him. Maybe we're just incompatible or something, but I can't get myself to like him.
話がないなら帰るからな。
I make my way to the door, trying to escape his stare. As I go,
喜べ少年。君の願いはようやく叶う。
YOROKOBE shonen. The priest says, as if declaring an oracle. Those words aren't those the true feelings I haven't yet realized?
何をいきなり。
分かっていたはずだ。明確な悪がいなければ君の望みは叶わない。たとえそれが君にとって容認し得ぬものであろうと、正義の味方には倒すべき悪が必要だ。
I feel like everything has turned black. The priest said it. The greatest wish and the ugliest wish I have are the same. Yes, the desire to protect something is at the same time none other than the wish for something to violate it.
お前。
But there's no way I'd wish for something like that. I don't remember a moment when I've wished for that. Such an insecure wish just means the target ideals are inconsistent. What the priest says as if to pierce my heart. Good thing you have an enemy now.
何？取り繕うことはない。君の葛藤は人間としてとても正しい。
I shake off the priest's words as I walk to the door.
さあだエミヤシロ。最後の忠告になるが、帰り道には気をつけたまえ。これより君の世界は一変する。君は殺し、 殺される側の人間になった。その身はすでにマスターなのだからな。
Oh my god. Okay, as soon as I leave, the pressure on my shoulder lifts. Certainly, you could say that getting away from that priest had helped, but Tosaka standing out in her uniform, and the blonde-haired girl in a raincoat standing near her, make a strangely well-matched sight that somehow takes the pressure off me. Saber is silent as always. She's looking at me, so it seems she is interested in the decision I made.
行きましょう。町に戻るまでは一緒でしょ、私たち。
Tosaka starts walking. Following after her, we leave the church as well. The three of us descend the hill together. We didn't talk much on the way here, but there's even less talk now. Even as dull as I am, I know why. After what happened at the church, I truly became a master, and that must be the reason Tosaka is walking a little apart from us. I understand that. I understand, but I don't like thinking about Tosaka like that.
お前のサーバント大丈夫なのか？
あーちゃんなら無事よ。まあセイバーにやられたダメージは簡単に消えそうにないから、しばらく実体化はさせられないだろうけど。
じゃあそばにはいないのか？
ええ、私の家でかくまってる状態。今他のサーバントに襲われたら不利だから、傷が治るまでは有利な場所で敵に備えさせてるの。
I see. Unlike my house, I'll bet Tosaka's house is well prepared against attacks. A house is like a fortress for a Majutsu. They will not lose as long as they stay there. That must mean enemies will not attack as long as you stay on your home ground. I see. The boundary field at my house is merely an alarm against intruders, but even having that makes a big difference.
そういえば遠坂、さっきやつ聖杯戦争の監督役って言ってたけどさ、あいつお前のサーバントを知ってるのか？
知らないはずよ。私教えてないもの。
そうなのか。お前とあいつ仲がいいから。
They do not have a good relationship.
あのね、ミヤ君。忠告しておくけど、自分のサーバントの正体は誰にも教えちゃダメよ。たとえ信用できる相手でも黙っておきなさい。
セイバーの正体って何さ？
だからサーバントがどこの英雄かっていうことよ。いくら強いからって戦力を明かしてちゃいつか寝首をかかれるに決まってるでしょ。いいから後でセーバーから新名を教えてもらいなさい。そうすれば私の言ってることがわかる。けどちょっとタンマ、エミヤ君はあれだからいっそ教えてもらわない方がいいわね。
なんでさ？
エミヤ君隠し事できないもの。なら知らない方が秘密にできるじゃない？
あのな、人を何だと思ってるんだ。それぐらいの駆け引きはできるぞ。
そう？じゃあ私に隠していることとかある？
遠坂に隠してることって、それは。
She's cute, but she's sassy as shit, man. I say as my face fires up, I don't have a guilty conscience, but... Well, would kind of admiring her count as something I'm hiding from her? I love you. I fucking love you.
何を隠しているか知らないけど、動揺が顔に出るようじゃ向いてないわ。あなたは他にいいところがあるんだから、駆け引きなんて考えるのはやめなさい。
それじゃ遠坂はどうなんだよ。あの神父にも黙ってるってことは、あいつも信用してないってことか。
キレ？まさか。私、あいつを信用するほどおめでたくないわ。あいつはね、教会から魔術協会にくら替えしたくせに、まだ教会に在籍している食わせ者なのよ。
Tosaka says with annoyance. It seems she really doesn't trust that priest. I'm a bit relieved, but still her words do seem to hold a bit of affection. And we pass the bridge. There is no conversation between us now. The cold winter air and our cold breath. A faint sound of flowing water and the white street lamps that light up the bridge Small things like that are engraved into my memory. Oddly, I didn't think about looking at Tosaka, who's walking next to me. Right now it seems walking on the bridge at night together like this is more precious than seeing her face. Me, Tosaka, and the girl called Saber I know nothing about. We three walk together without doing much. We reach the intersection. The intersection that leads to our houses, the place where we must part with Tosaka.
ここでお別れね。義理は果たしたし、これ以上一緒にいると何かと面倒でしょ。きっぱり別れて、明日からは敵同士にならないと。
It must be to end the ambiguous position we are in right now. Tosaka starts talking and cuts off suddenly. From that I realize she did not explain the rules to me, out of any sense of obligation. She has just supported me, understanding the situation I'm in, and acted fairly, so things are back to normal once the explanations are over. I will just be her target as a master now. But if so, what she just said was strange. Tosaka must have meant that it would be difficult to fight if she feels empathy for me. For Tosaka, everything that happened tonight must have been unnecessary. It would be troublesome if we stay together any longer. If she is going to say something like that, she should have left us alone from the beginning. Tosaka's smart, so she should know that all too well. But still, she set aside all thought of loss or gain and helped me out. So what happened tonight was totally out of good faith. The Tosaka in front of me is too different from how she is at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and she's so different that I want to scream out. Man, it feels almost like a fraud. Yet still, Tosaka Rin is just how everyone thought she was.
トサカっていいやつなんだな。
は？何よ突然。おだてだって手は抜かないわよ。
I know that. She won't go easy on me, and that's why she said it'll be a bother if she feels empathy for me.
知ってる。けど、できれば敵同士にはなりたくない。俺、お前みたいなやつは好きだ。
Incoming tsundere blush. Tosaka falls silent for some reason. I hear Tosaka's house is in the western style district, in the opposite direction of my place. Since she's taken care of me now, I would like to walk her home, but...
とにかく、サーバントがやられたら迷わずさっきの教会に逃げ込みなさいよ。そうすれば、命だけは助かるんだから。
それは気が引けるけど、一応聞いておく。けど、そんなことにはならないだろう。どう考えてもセイバーより俺の方が短命だ。
I calmly analyze the situation. Tosaka reacts strangely once again. After letting out a sigh, she glances at Saber.
いいわ。これ以上の忠告は本当に感情移入になっちゃうから言わない。せいぜい気をつけなさい。いくらセイバーが優れているからって、マスターであるあなたがやられちゃったらそれまでなんだから。
She turns back and starts walking. But, as if she's seen a ghost, her feet stop dead in their tracks. Oh fuck, it's happening. It's gonna happen. The instant I call out to her, my left hand throbs in pain.
お話は終わり?
It's time. BASKA! A young voice echoes through the night. The voice, like a song, is unmistakably that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. I don't know when the clouds parted, but a bright moon is now shining in the sky. There. She's so raw. A long shadow. There's a strange shape that shouldn't be here in this pale town of shadow pictures. BASKA. Tosaka mumbles a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. I don't even need to ask. That thing is definitely a servant, and at the same time an overwhelming sense of death exceeding even the one in the fire 10 years ago. Look at how raw she is. I love refined characters. Look at that. Manners. Konbawa, Oni-chan. It's the second time we've met like this. I'm Ilias Phil von Einzebern. The girl smiles as she says so. That innocence sends a chill down my spine. No, spine is an understatement. Not just my body, but my mind, my cranium, my skull is frozen as well. It's like my entire soul has been... That thing is a monster! I'm not staring at it, but just its presence makes me unable to move. I understand naturally that I will die in the instant I move even a muscle. It feels like a knife is pushed right against my naked chest. Still, I feel nothing. Nothing at all. Probably because there's too little hope in me getting out of this alive. All fear and impatience are drowned by hopelessness, so I don't feel a thing.
やば、あいつ桁違いだ。
Unlike me who's paralyzed, Tosaka has the composure to stand ready. But it'll come to nothing. Even though I can only see her back, I sense the despair she's feeling.
あれ、なんだ、あなたのサーバントはお休みなんだ。
The girl says unhappily as she looks down at us from the top of the hill. We're in an even worse situation now. That girl knows Tosaka's servant is not here. And then... Here's the introduction. I love this introduction. In the anime, in the VN, this is the most badass, cool, refined intro ever. That's not someone named Gilgamesh. Besides Gilgamesh, this is like fucking beast. The girl bows unsuitably for this situation, like a royal.
はじめまして、リン。私はイリア。イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベルンって言えばわかるでしょ
Nice to meet you, Rin. I am Ilya. You should work it out. If I make that Ilias viel von Einzebern. 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 Tosaka's body moves slightly as she seems to recognize that name. Perhaps she liked Tosaka's reaction as the girl smiles happily and...
じゃあ行くね。やっちゃえ、バーサーカー。
Go ahead, Basaka! I love how she says that, dude! She orders the strange shape behind her as if she's singing. The large body flies through the air. That thing called Basaka comes flying down the whole distance from the top of the hill. Shiro, stay back! Saber runs, her raincoat comes off, and my vision is blocked for a second. Whoopah! Saber runs to Berserker's landing point, and Berserker lands with a huge thud at exactly the same moment. The air trembles. Saber stops Berserker's great sword with her invincible sword, or invisible. Saber makes a pained face. There. Berserker's gigantic sword slashes like a whirlwind. A great thunderous roar. The crash of steel that almost tears the air results in defeat for Saber. A sliding sound. Even though she blocked Berserker's giant sword, she is driven back along with the sword she used to block it. Saber's posture collapses. The lead-colored servant chases after her. The gray figure swings its giant sword as if it's the only thing it knows how to do. Incredible, Saber doesn't have the time to dodge it and blocks it with her sword. It doesn't matter if Saber's sword is invisible or not. Each of Berserker's attacks is a fatal one that must be blocked with all her might. Therefore, Saber has to stay on the defense. For her, the only chance of victory is to find a means of attack in between Berserker's attacks. And by Berserker, I mean Basaka. But that's only if Basaka leaves an opening. The black rock sword is just like a storm. With such a large body, and with such a large sword, and yet Berserker is moving faster than Saber. Huh! The attacks he sends out are just smashing swings with no technique to them. But that's enough. If there is overwhelming power and speed, there's no room for technique. Techniques are something humans invented to compensate for their weakness. Weaknesses are things that Giant just doesn't have. Boom, 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 run! I murmur with my frozen body. Run, Migero. That thing cannot be defeated. Saber will be killed if we go on like this, so she should run away. It would be easy for her to get away if it were just her here, so she should know that already. That's bad. My body is numb, but maybe that's why my mind is so calm. The storm of death that strikes without a pause, unable to take all the attacks, Saber retreats, and this time, the final blow that cannot be blocked is swung. A critical hit. Saber's body rises. She manages to defend against Berserker's giant sword, even in a bad posture, but that's only to evade a fatal wound. She couldn't brace herself to totally block the giant sword, and the impact blows her away. She falls, her body drawing a big arc. But before she falls on her back, Saber turns in midair and lands on her feet. She manages to recover, but red blood is running down her chest. That's... how stupid of me. I was forgetting something important. I don't know how much a servant can fight in one day, but this is already her third battle. And on top of that, Saber has a wound in her chest inflicted by Lancer. Saber moves as if to protect her chest. Berserker moves and slashes like a raging wind at the wounded Saber and receives many attacks on its back. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but Berserker's body explodes from Tosaka's spell. Judging from the magical energy given out, the magic directly hitting Berserker must be an impact close to that of a high-caliber pistol. But even that is meaningless. It doesn't even scratch Berserker's body. He isn't nullifying magic like Saber. It's just that the magic is not doing any damage. What a beast. But Tosaka does not stop casting, but Berserker ignores Tosaka's spells and charges at Saber. Seiba rises her head in pain. She holds her sword up to still fight. That gets my body to move again. No! Run, Saber! I yell with all my might. Hearing that, she faces the enemy that she cannot compare to. There is no end to Berserker's attacks! Saber's body sinks every time she blocks a blow, and she slowly approaches her final moment. These sound effects are badass, but still, where in that small frame does she still have all that power? Saber doesn't retreat. She blocks the surging waves of the giant sword and tries to drive back BASKA with her willpower. There is no chance of victory. The way she's holding her ground looks bizarre. As she should know, she will be defeated if she keeps fighting. Maybe it sensed something in her posture. The figure silent up to now roars. Bang! Bang! A blow impossible to block. The blow that even swings through Saber blows her away. The sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood spills out. Slayer. In that pool of blood, with a body that should not be able to get back up, the valiant knight stands up. She stands up, unconsciously. It's as if she is saying I would be killed if she didn't do so. That makes me realize how foolish my choice was. BASKA stops after defeating Saber. Without paying attention to me or Tosaka, it waits for its master's orders at the top of the hill.
勝てるわけないじゃない。私のバーサーカーはね、ギリシャ最大の英雄なんだから。ギリシャ最大の英雄ってまさ。そうよ。そこにいるのはヘラクレスっていう魔物。あなたたち程度が刺激できる英雄とは格が違う。最強の怪物なんだから。The girl who called herself Ilya narrows her eyes cheerfully. There are eyes of joy. Those are eyes of joy, about to finish off her enemies. I don't even need to see who the ones getting killed are. Saber will be killed right here.
Then what am I going to do? Am I going to fight that monster in her place? I can't do that. Just approaching that thing without being prepared would stop my heart. Save Saber or run away with Tosaka. What do I do? Well, I think I have to save Saber, boys. Running away is gonna just lead to a bad ending, likely, so... I can't abandon someone who needs help. Amy Yashiro has chosen to live like that. And most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought to protect me.
いいわよ、バーサーカー。そいつ再生するから、一撃で仕留めなさい。
Berserker resumes his action. You! I run with all my strength. There is no way I can do anything against that monster, so at least all I can do is push Saber away and save her from Berserker's attack. I fall. Why? I was going to push Saber away, get Saber away from Berserker, and think about what to do after that, so why? Why? Why am I on the ground, unable to breathe? I hear shocked voices. First from Saber, who was right in front of me, and Tosaka, who was astonished at a distance, and for some reason Ilya, who was looking down at me, dumbfounded, is also surprised. I'm missing my stomach. I'm on the ground. On the asphalt are small amounts of blood, compared to the wound. Soft-looking organs, bones, and many things like that. In short, I didn't make it in time. Yes, it was impossible to push Saber out of the way, so I just shielded her. And my stomach was blown out by that sword. Jeez. I'm ashamed of myself for failing even in a situation like this. I've been working hard to become a superhero, but I keep making mistakes when it really counts. Why? The silver-haired girl asks in a daze. After standing there dumbfounded for a while. That's enough. This is boring. Without finishing off Saber, she calls Bazaka back. Rin, I'll kill you if I see you again. Bitch. That girl leaves. After watching her leave, my vision cuts out. My consciousness fades away. I really can't recover this time. I was somehow saved when I was killed by Lanza, but that won't happen again. There's probably no magic that can save a person who has lost most of their stomach. Oh, Ren. I hear an angry voice. It's probably Tosaka. She seems really angry and I'm sorry, but it can't be helped. It's not like I can do everything like Tosaka. All I could use was my body, so that's why. The only thing I could do was to use my body to shield Saber. Oh. Well, this is gonna fuck the cropping again. I have no fucking idea why it does that. And guess what? I'm gonna have to recrop it once this little promo shit finishes. This is cool as fuck, don't get me wrong. But it's just so annoying since I'm recording. I'm sure you guys that like stream or record that shit will understand how I feel here. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna make a save state here, but now I have to fix the cropping again. Thank you, Fate Stay Night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fuck. Hold on. Let me make my save state first. Save. Now recrop this crap. Fuck. Come on. Okay, I don't have to recrop that part, so let's just boom, and I think this will do... should be good. Okay, alright guys, so this will be the end of this episode. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna split this into 2 parts, so, not this episode, but from the point where I took the water break and then I came back, and I'll leave like a little disclaimer in the other video, but up until where I took the little water break, I'll make that one video, and then when I came back and we did Kirei's church and Ilya, that'll be this episode, and you'll basically see that in the sequence of events. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and slap a like, leave a comment and subscribe, do what you need to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everyone, have a great day, and God bless. Peace out.